bullshit, so I don't even care. Okay? Oh my God. Y'all, I'm in a mood this week. I'm in a mood. I was in a mood last week, might I say. And it seems to be spilling over into my hair and now. Have you guys ever seen the Nike women's Aqua Rift? The sneaker, it looks like a camel toe. I think I want it. Yeah, it's cute. No, I've tried it on. Word to the wise, go a size up. All right. So let's get into some real great news. Speaking of presidents, did you guys see that it looks like Chelsea Handler was the only woman able to sway 50 Cent. Black women, don't you dare try. Don't you dare try, you filthy animals, because he's not into you. But this week, Chelsea Handler came out and, had some things to say because 50 Cent said that he was going to continue to support and vote for Donald Trump due to the fact that Donald Trump's wealth taxes, his taxes on wealth seem to favor 50 Cent more, Anyways, and I'm sure that's not the only reason. I mean, we all know, 50 Cent hasn't been shy about showing us his whole ass. So, I mean, we get it. But his former La Flame and one-time night talk show host, Chelsea Handler, took umbrage to 50 supporting Donald Trump and let it be known on a recent appearance on Jimmy Fallon. And she said that I think she was asked about 50 being her former flame and how does she feel about him supporting Donald Trump. And she said, she knows his stance on, Donald's stance, and she needs to remind 50 that he is black. And the fact that this white woman has to remind this this black man that he is black and it is in his favor, despite the economic, hit that he may take, it is still in his favor to support causes for people that look like him. This white woman had to remind him of that. And it was the only person that I've ever seen check him and seen him fall back a little bit. Anyways, so 50 said, Donald Trump, I never liked him. For all I know, he had me set up and my friend Angel Fernandez killed, but that's history. He went on to say, oh my God, this is affecting my love life now. Chelsea Handler, I love you, Gator, but don't let Trump and Joe Biden come between us. Yeah. He later went on to say, after Chelsea said to him, hey, fucker, I will pay your taxes in exchange for you coming to your senses happily. Black Lives Matter. That's you, fucker. Remember? He said, that's when he said, oh my God, this is affecting my love life, yada, yada, yada. To which she said, you used to be my favorite ex-boyfriend, but I guess that's now a joke. Listen, I think regardless of who people say they are supporting on the outside, when niggas get in that booth, they liable to do whatever the fuck they feel like. You know what I mean? I think that we've seen enough. I think I've heard enough. I don't need another text from some random number. I don't need anybody calling me from anywhere. We have all been educated enough, But the thing is, it's not just the vote for me, It's not just the vote for me. It is the swaying of an entire culture. Because follow me here. I have been around toxic people who have been like, hey, I know Donald Trump is wrong. Fuck that nigga. I would never support him. But they still are doing very toxic-like things. The same things that they are saying that Donald Trump is nasty for. So these are people who are, you know, I've heard people say homophobic shit, but you mad at Donald Trump? I've heard people say racist stuff, you know, but you mad at Donald Trump? Like, you're not checking yourself. Like, all right, so I heard a white woman this week in the context of, okay. So I heard a white woman this week say something about, like, we're in conversation, and she says, you know, I mean, you know, when it comes to me de-escalating a situation, like, you know, I know there are a lot of Karens around, and, you know, and I'm thinking to myself, like, what is she saying right now? Like, you talking about the de-escalation of a situation, but, you know, there are a lot of Karens around, and so you have to be cognizant of that. Like, girl, it's not just about Karens, baby. You know, Karens is just some internet shit. Like, y'all gotta be careful. Don't get your news from the internets, you know? Because the news will have you thinking some things and saying things out, and the internet will have you saying and using terms that you should not be using outside. You know what I mean? Or inside, for that matter. But I say all that to say, you know, Donald Trump should not just be an ode to American politics gone wrong. Donald Trump should be an ode to each and every one of us about a lack of consciousness, about egomaniacism. He should be an ode to us about creating space between what we think and what we say. And baby, let me tell you, I had a moment yesterday where I lost myself. I lost myself in translation. I just started saying shit. I was with Anner Bo, and yo, I just, all right. So I was with the boo. Anyways, I was with a gentleman, and he did something that I took umbrage to. And instead of creating space between my emotions and my mouth, I just started going off like, yo, what the fuck? Like, And in all but 1 second, I collapsed what had the potential to be, you know, an amazing day and moment with this person, because I lost my consciousness, you know, and I didn't create space, and I just spoke. You know, even that to me, like, you know, you gotta also look at what is happening in our world and in our culture, not just as something that is happening to us or something that's happening in this world that we exist in, but what is it a mirror of, you know? What's it a mirror of? What can I change? I don't like this. I don't like what I'm seeing. I want to be better. I want to do better. So how do I create that shift? Because it's not just about politics. It's not about just making the right vote. It's also about being a better person every day when you go out there. That's what changes the world. The world isn't changed in a voting booth. The world is changed when you as an individual, whether you have the right to vote or not, decide that you're going to get up every day and be a better person. That's true change. You know, ain't no law going to bring that. Ain't no law going to force you to that place. You know, ain't no law going to force us to consciousness. You know, I mean, I think that sometimes we get so caught up in the world that we're in that we fail to realize that the change that we want to see in this world is so simple. It's on you. It's on me. It isn't anything that, like, I'm going to go in this voting booth, I'm going to vote, and the world's going to change. That's a lot of pressure to put on your preacher, to put on your pastor, to put on your politician, to put on your policeman, to put on your professor, to put on your, it's a lot. It's a lot to put on these people. We are these people, y'all. And I minister to you because I minister to myself. Speaking of which, y'all gonna subscribe to Lisa Ray's OnlyFans? You not okay? Okay. Yes, Lisa Ray has decided that what she needs in this life is an OnlyFans page, because she's giving y'all the tea, but y'all not getting everything. Y'all not getting everything. Diamond has not given y'all everything. Would you subscribe to Lisa Ray's OnlyFans? It's gonna be a no for me, right? It's going to be a no for me. But, I appreciate her doing it, because you know what? There shouldn't be an age gap there. She should be able to, Speaking of being able to, have you guys caught the new season of David Letterman's And My Next Guest Needs No Introduction? Well, he is on, I believe, season 3 or season 2. I'm not sure. But the very first episode features Kim Kardashian West. And in the interview, it's nothing that we haven't heard before. Although, some things, like, I didn't know that I knew that her father and her mom were at odds during the OJ trial. I did not know that she had gone to the trial, with her dad. Kim, a lot of us see Kim as coming from the like underground, or like not being one of these Hollywood kids. I mean, these people were famous. They were wealthy. Kim is not like, oh, you built personal wealth from nothing. Y'all niggas had money. Like, that's the thing. And I think that's why a lot of people don't really get down when it comes to, Forbes magazine saying something like, oh, Kylie Jenner is a self-made millionaire. Well, let's put that into context. You come from wealth. You know what I mean? So, Kanye West appeared on the Joe Rogan Spotify podcast, which, I would assume that Spotify needed a big bring after losing the Joe Budden podcast. Have you guys listened to the new, we're not getting into it anyway. So anyways, Joe Rogan brought up to Kanye that many people write him off as crazy because they don't understand his thought process. And Kanye said, and I quote, "I think very three-dimensionally. I don't think in the black and white lines that I've been programmed to think in. And I think in full color. So when I talk, I have to describe a thought in 5 ways. We enjoy food that has multiple seasoning in it. We enjoy music that has multiple instruments. So when I talk, it's not a rant, it's a symphony of ideas." I love that. When he was asked about his emotional breakdown in Charleston, South Carolina, where he tearfully revealed that he and wife Kim Kardashian almost terminated their first pregnancy with their daughter Northwest, Kanye said, "People saw this clip of me crying, and some people didn't know what I was crying about. But I was crying about that there was a possible chance that Kim and I didn't make the family that we have today. That's my most family-friendly way to word it. And just the idea of abortion just tears me up inside, that I was a part of a culture that promotes that kind of thing." Okay, so I think that it is okay for Kanye